watching Tech Savvy. No, I am not Leigh Newman. I am Tinker, the Chief Robotics Officer at Think College and Career Academy. Take it away, Leigh.
Thank you, Tinker. And I'm Leigh Newman, and I am the Executive Director of the Campus Operations at LaGrange campus of West Georgia Tech. And this episode of Tech Savvy is very, very special. We've got so much exciting things going on our campus, and our big project is our partnership with the Think Academy. And Dr. Kathy Carlisle is the CEO of the Think Academy, and she's here today, and we're just going to kind of introduce everything that we're planning. But it's important to know, for our viewers to know, that West Georgia Tech and the Think Academy are working very closely to make sure that we can improve the skills of our workforce, and we're going to be starting early in their high school and even lower grades, and we're going to continue it on. It's going to be a seamless education type process. So, Dr. Carlisle, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. We're excited to be here.
We're very excited about finally getting you here and getting your own the Tech Savvy, because we've got so much fun stuff going on.
It's very exciting.
Tell our viewers about the Think Academy, just in general. You know, what is the mission?
Well, the Think College and Career Academy is really an innovative learning environment. It is taking your traditional high school learning environment and moving it more towards a focus of preparing young people for work in college. And that really is our mission, is to prepare our 9th through 12th graders for work in college. And we'll do that through the technical education, vocational type programming, but we'll also do it through teaching them and helping them to become work savvy, so that when they go to work for a company, that they can sit in the boardroom or they can sit in a team and they know how to be a major contributor.
Well, they need to add value, learn the importance of being on time there. I mean, how many times have we heard that from employers?
Exactly.
We just want somebody to be here on time and ready to work. How is the Think Academy and what their process any different from what they're doing now? What's the difference? Well, I think the Charter Academy might have something to do with it.
Well, the Think College and Career Academy is a charter school. The citizens, the community of Troup County, about a year and a half ago, got together and they looked at their workforce and said, what can we do to begin to make a difference, so that, because there's so much industry, so much manufacturing going on and expansion and growth, we need to provide our workforce of the future. And the charter school is a very popular way, a very successful way of doing that, and it's successful throughout Georgia. So the community came together along with the school system and LaGrange College and West Georgia Technical College and Point University, and said, you know, we want to have a college and career academy. So they wrote a charter, and it took about a year and a half to get everything done, submitted it to the Department of Education and the Technical College System of Georgia, and they were approved last November to have a charter school. So we hope to open it up August 2015.
It's exciting. It's very exciting. Okay, so as a charter academy, you've been given flexibility in like your instructional standards or whatever.
Although the College and Career Academy, we are very much a part of Troup County school system.
Right.
We're actually a program, but we also have autonomy to do things differently. And one of those is with instruction. We have the ability to hire professionals in the field that they may not have a teacher certification. For example, one of our programs is mechatronics. So we may hire an engineer with a master's degree without a teacher certification, but our charter allows us to do that.
Right.
Our charter allows us to have flexibility in class size, when we have classes. It gives us autonomy in financing, so that we can take our budget and spend our money in a different way, which gives us a little bit more flexibility from your regular state budgeting and how things are going there. So a lot of flexibility to have a very innovative classroom.
Well, think of it from, give me a perspective from the student. How will the student perceive the Think Academy? I mean, if I was a sophomore, a 10th grader, how would I perceive what the Think Academy could do to me, do for me? You know, it's all about me.
Right. I think the key thing for students is, you know, the traditional high school setting is wonderful for some students. They learn and they excel and they achieve very well in a traditional academic setting. But for some students, they need the hands-on. They need to connect. How does math apply to mechatronics, health, business? I don't understand, you know, the connections, so I don't really want to learn it. So in the college and career environment, everything is relative, and then everything is hands-on. So it's very project-based. So learning is taking place as they're creating and building. So they're thinking about the math and the science that goes along with the calculation, or you know, the certain fuels that go into making something, you know, operate.
Application.
Everything is very applicable. And then it goes a step further in that it's very relative. The College and Career Academy, the very foundation is employer partnerships. So the pathways, the career pathways that we have, mechatronics, energy, healthcare, business and marketing, all of our pathways are led by employers. So employers are behind the scenes saying, this is the right curriculum, you know, these are the skills that we need, this is what we're looking for. So you have that partnership, so the kids are learning through applied learning, but they also have this relationship with an employer that's standing by their side saying, yes, this is what it's like to, you know, work at Kia, work at Caterpillar, work in a hospital, you know, to work in a business. And then the cycle becomes very relative. And then they're also getting their toolbox for college, because a very critical piece is that the students have the dual enrollment opportunities. They are learning about college certification, you know, how can I get a degree, where do I need to go, and having a good sound foundation to prepare them to go on for higher ed.
That, you know, at that age, they're asking themselves, why do I need to learn, you know, the pie charts or whatever, learn about pie charts? Why do I need to learn this geometry? It just doesn't make any sense. But now we're giving them something to apply it to.
Exactly.
I think it's so exciting. I know I would have probably done a whole lot better in high school if I'd had the application process, and, you know, as part of it. So.
Well, and you know, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that already from parents that are discouraged or disappointed that their child has already graduated from high school and possibly and struggling, because one of the things that's very critical for kids nowadays is to really get aligned with their career pathway early. So the College and Career Academy gives an opportunity for them to explore. You know, a lot of kids think, I want to go in the medical field, and then they go into the medical field and find out, I don't like blood. But they find out, I really like technology, and I like the science, or I like the research. So it gives them an opportunity to explore while they're in high school, connect with higher ed, connect with employers, so that when they graduate, they really are ready, they have sound decisions and a good plan to go forward.
Well, I agree, the part about understanding whether it's what they want to do when they grow up. I mean, they will realize then, okay, yes, this is for me, or no, this is not what I wanted. So that in itself is so valuable.
I think so too. I worked at Columbus State University for 14 years, and the last 8 years I was the Dean of Enrollment Services. So my job was working with students coming through the admissions, financial aid, and registration process. And I tell this all the time, it's very, you know, devastating to see kids come in, they're not sure about their major, Because they're not well connected, they don't have their plan in place. All of a sudden, they're not passing their classes. GPA is not what it needs to
quit.
be. Financial aid's not what and they quit, and they're very discouraged, and it's sad. Or you see kids that go to college and graduate and find out that they have a degree that will either A, they can't get a job with, or B, it's a field that they're not interested in. So I think the College and Career Academy is a very powerful way to make the connection and put all of that in place for kids.
I definitely agree. It's given them some valuable experience, plus it's teaching them the work ethics that employers are so desperate for these days. And I think you have like 12 different work ethics?
I think it's 10 or 12.
10 or 12.
That, when the community came together, they surveyed over 250 employers and asked, what do you need? And so from that, they created a list of the key things as far as, so some people call it soft skills, some people call it employability skills, some people call it life skills, but it really is the things that you need to be successful in the workplace beyond just the technical part of it, knowing how to, work to do the job. But what really makes a person successful is the ability to communicate, work with a team, understand the work ethics, the
attendance,
the culture of the business. What does this organization want as far as attendance and engagement? So it's those are the things that we'll focus on, and our goal is to focus on teaching or working with the kids through leadership. So part of our curriculum will be a leadership-based curriculum. Our plan is for all of our teachers to have a leadership training so that they understand all of those concepts of leadership, and that will be integrated throughout our curriculum in all of our classes. So we're looking at our young folks as future leaders, and we believe that no matter where you are in life, that you can adopt those characteristics.
You certainly can, and that's so important. I think that so many people can benefit from that. It'll make a big difference in their future.
Well, and it goes from students that are maybe struggling or at risk, all the way to your students that are college bound, high achievers. All students can benefit from this. We're talking to some folks at LaGrange College, and they said that they're seeing more and more on the college campus that kids are struggling with decision-making skills, time management, budgeting, and commitment. So it will cross not just the workforce, but into their college life too.
That is so important. Well, we're done. Do you want to take us to a break?
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Tech Savvy and me. Hello, I am the Chief Robotics Officer at Think College and Career Academy. Come take a look with me.
There are lots of things I love about Think, like getting outside of the normal classroom, working with my hands, and access to creative environments like the Minecraft room, Think Lab, and the coffee shop.
At Think, I have the chance to experience all kinds of things, like building robots, learning to run my own business, handling real medical equipment, and so much more. Think is more than just a fun place to be. It's a smart choice for me because I can graduate more quickly, get hired right out of high school, and use my new skills to make more money. At Think, I get to work for employers in the career that interests me.
Think is different than other schools because Think challenges me and treats me like an adult.
I can still play sports, eat lunch with my friends, and even ride the bus to Think, at least until I get my car.
You can find out more at thinkacademy.net. Or talk to your parents and counselor to get signed up. See you soon.
can shake a leg, can't you, Tinker? Did y'all learn that at the Think Academy?
Well, I haven't exactly.
He is adorable. What does he play? What's his role in the Think Academy?
Tinker is our Chief Robotics Officer, and Dr. Chris Williams, our principal, and I were at Skills USA, and we saw him and said we had to have him. All of the young folks at Skills USA, a lot of the booths, they didn't really have a lot of folks in them, but the robot had, this huge crowd. So we felt like it would be a great tool to, communicate with the kids, show them the excitement of the things that they're going to learn, the innovation, and really we can use the robot to teach programming and a lot of the things that go behind the scenes. It looks really easy what he's doing, but there is a lot of processing that goes behind that.
So did Chris teach him how to do the Thriller?
I have seen Chris no, I really have not seen Chris do the Thriller. But he would be a very popular principal.
He probably would. He would. Well, this is such a good idea. The robot is very impressive, and it does get your attention, and I'm sure it makes a big splash when students are around. So that's a good thing to have. All right, well, back to the Think Academy. Tell me and share with our viewers I guess you were talking about the pathways. What all is going to be taught at the Think Academy?
We have mechatronics or engineering.
What is mechatronics?
Mechatronics is robotics, mechanical, engineering type programs. There'll be some electrical. Energy is a pathway that we will have. Healthcare, marketing, and business. So those are our key focus. However, we will have dual enrollment, which we want to talk about later. But for each pathway that we have, each career pathway, we have a large lab. Our classrooms are not your typical classrooms. They're very lab-based. As you well know, we will be at West Georgia Technical College, so we have just wonderful space out there. Our mechatronics lab is a little over 6,000 square feet, as well as the energy or engineering lab. Our healthcare lab is very, very large. It's set up like a miniature hospital. So the kids will come in, you have check-in, hospital beds, it looks like an emergency room basically. And then we have a huge business lab. Our marketing lab, we actually have a coffee shop where the students will run the shop and create the business plan, the marketing plan, and the advertising plan. We have think rooms, so it's a lot of space for creative thinking, innovation, and building projects. So it's very project-based.
Good, good. I think that something's really cool about the whole thing is you'll have students from all three of the high schools, local high schools. And that allows new friends to be made and new teamwork to build together. We're expecting when we open 500 students. We'll have 250 in the morning and 250 in the afternoon. As part of the College and Career Academy, we will have buses at Troop High School, LaGrange High School, and Callaway. So the kids will ride over the first group in the morning and then the second group in the afternoon. So there's, it's a very convenient. If they want to drive and they have a car, then they will be allowed to do that. So it's, but they'll come, and just like you're saying, they'll have their friends. It's very important to us that they have their identity at their high school. We're not another high school, so we won't have a mascot or anything like that. They will come to our school with their school identity and then go back and participate in everything at their high school. Well, that's very important to those students.
Absolutely.
They don't want to lose their
we understand it.
And it's just another class is basically what it's going to be. It's going to be another area, another place to take classes. I think that's wonderful. All right, you said that with your pathways, it's like you've got your pathways, and then we are offering the dual enrollment programs. And so with your healthcare, you're going to have emergency responders and what else?
And health IT.
And so those are offered for the high school students, and then we've got the dual enrollment, the CNA classes that we've been offering as dual enrollment. So there are 3 different options in the healthcare to do. All right, with the mechatronics and the industrial area, you'll be doing those, and we'll have the industrial electrician available.
Correct.
So the students might get a certificate in an industrial electrician. Right. All right, we've got the welding still. That's another big high demand area, and I think we've got a plan to work with Caterpillar on that, right?
Correct.
They're so excited about getting a foothold into those future workforce welders, and we're excited to be a part of that. All right, so we've got, we're going to also have dual enrollment classes for cosmetology, right?
Correct.
And that's not in your pathways, but you realize that there are students out there that are real interested in doing something like that. You don't want them to miss out.
Right. A key focus for the College and Career Academy and the partnership with the technical college is to ensure that, or to provide a way for students to graduate from high school with a high school diploma, but to also have a certification in a technical college. So our goal is to provide whatever avenues we can provide so that they can have that technical certification. And it really expands everything that they're doing. So once they're in the 11th and 12th grade, they will have the choice to go to West Georgia Technical College to, you know, hopefully graduate with a certification or have a certification and then go on to West Georgia Technical College and have a diploma in whatever field. For example, the CNA, your Certified Nursing Assistant. The goal would be for them to go on into West Georgia Tech's RN program. Or work and then go into that, or do both. So even though the cosmetology and criminal justice may not be part of our pathways, we want to provide opportunities for kids to experience other types of technical college certifications that they may want to do.
And everybody's got different tastes and different different buttons that push.
And you know, we have the partnership with LaGrange College as well as Point University, so some of our students will want to take their core in college, and they'll be able to take some of that at West Georgia Tech, or they may choose to take it at LaGrange College or Point. So there really is a variety. There's something for all levels of students to participate in.
I think when you touch on our Excel program with all the core classes, it to me is such a wonderful opportunity, because students can get their English and their math and their history and their sciences or whatever taken care of while still in high school.
Exactly.
That credit will be transferred over to any university system.
That's right.
And they don't have to worry about taking those classes.
Exactly.
They can start on their major classes at that point.
We have, I had one of our board members a couple of weeks ago talking about that you know, he actually saved nearly $20,000 because his child was able to take courses, college credit for, you know, and so when they graduated from high school, ready to go into their sophomore year or almost their junior year in college. So that's a real goal, and that's something that we want to shoot for, is just making sure that it's accelerated and kids are ready and prepared to go on to the workforce or into higher ed, and as high a level as they can go.
It's amazing, because you think about it, okay, these students could graduate when they're 20. But the good news is they're getting a jump step on the maturity process, because they will be sitting in with adults, all ages, in these classes, these core classes, or these other programs, that they'll learn that they've got to they've got to grow up, because it's a big deal.
There's a lot of research that shows that the mixing or putting together adult learners with your young learners has a benefit for both groups. The adult learners begin to be mentors for the young learner, but the young learner begins to see, you know, the behaviors that they need to go forward with, and they learn from their life experiences that the adult learner brings to the table. So it's a great benefit for both people.
And I think I've told you in the past that our instructors in those Excel classes are really, they're the credit programs, the educational, the academic programs. Our instructors don't know when the students are from high school. I mean, they just blend in so well, and that's an example of how they learn to behave as an adult in these situations.
It's very inspiring.
It's like, okay, we're doing something right here.
Absolutely.
We're doing something right. Well, tell me more about, and it hadn't been easy. I know you've had a lot of struggles to get to this point, but it's well worth it, don't you?
It has been, I have to say, it's been an amazing experience. I found the people in Troup County, I'm not sure that they realize the special gem that they have, just the people that live here. Very receptive, very supportive. The employers, it's just so exciting to go into, Kimberly-Clark, a Kia, Mobus, a PowerTech, an Interface, a Mountville Mills, and have the CEO embrace this and come up with more ideas of things that we could say, and just to say we want to invest in our youth. And I had a CEO say, the most important thing is the student, and changing that life and having an impact. And the community is so committed to this. The school system is so committed to this. That has been just so exciting to see all of those, government, employers, community, parents, and school system come together.
They see the need, and they recognize it's what's best for the student.
Well, and to have a vision, a very powerful vision and a dream of something different. So,
well, the plan is y'all start construction on the 22nd.
That's what I'm hearing. We hope to hear hammers on the 22nd. So we have about 50,000 square feet at West Georgia Tech. Hopefully the construction will start on the 22nd. We hope to be in our upstairs part maybe in March, and then the facility will open in 1st of May. So we will be ready to go quickly into tours and inviting folks out to see the labs and the classrooms for hopefully the 1st of May.
Well, we're done with our episode, but would you tell our viewers how to get in touch with you if they have questions?
Yes, please, and really encourage parents, because it's frightening for some of the parents. So we want to be sure that we're giving parents the information that they need. People can reach us at thinkacademy.net, www.thinkacademy.net, and we'll be glad to help anyway.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much
for
joining me today.
Thank you for asking us.
And will you plan on coming back? And
we'll give you an update.
So, just a regular schedule. We want to know how it's going and what
bring
the
our
next thing.
Chief Robotics Officer back out to see
he's
you.
impressive. I think he'll be a big hit.
Good deal. We'll do it. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you at our next episode.